Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for June 21st, 2023. This is the show where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting and give you my opinion on them. This includes today, AT&T Sportsnets are going to shut down. These regional RSNs are reportedly got just a few more months of operation. We'll tell you what we know. The average cost of cable TV is skyrocketing. Would you really pay over $17,000 a year for TV? And Disney's ESPN standalone streaming service has a rough release date. According to insiders, we're going to tell you what that is and more. First though, hey, if you want to read more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button or hit that thumbs up. Even if you've been here a while, it lets YouTube know that you enjoy what we do here, so they recommend our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families. We would really appreciate your support. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV. So with that said, let's dive into it. Starting off with AT&T Sportsnets could shut down in October. Now, the Wall Street Journal first reported last spring that Warner Brothers Discovery had started to notify teams they intended to shut down their AT&T Sportsnets that they acquired as part of their deal with the merger of Discovery with Warner Brothers. Now, this has brought a lot of issues there, and apparently Major League Baseball reached out to Warner Brothers, worked out a deal to keep these networks running through the MLB regular season, giving them time to set up some stuff and be in place for an eventual replacement. At first, it was reported they just had a few weeks' notice and that the channels would shut down right as the season was starting. Now it's at the end of the season. So in October is what we're expecting for these to shut down. There is no word yet on what this will mean for some Major League baseball teams next year or the NHL and NBA teams. But there are reports that the Southwest, the Houston Astros and the Rockets are reportedly interested in buying that RSN and then taking over the contracts and continue to run it. We'll see if that comes into reality. Major League Baseball has already shown that they have a backup plan in place. When the Padres lost Bally Sports, they quickly jumped into action to make it a reality there. So we'll see what happens, but more RSNs in trouble. It's very clear that the RSN model is just not what it used to be. Let's keep moving along. Here's the question of the day. Would you pay $17,640 a year just for TV? This comes from a report from MNTN Research that broke down that the average cable TV bill just for TV, once you add in all the fees, all the devices and all that, comes out to $147, and that works out to be over 10 years, $17,640. It's a pretty substantial amount of money. So I wanted to let you know, is there anything that you think would ever remotely justify the cost of that? That's 3% of your income right there. Leave me a comment and let me know with that, what you think. Would you pay 3% of your monthly income every month just for TV and every year? To me, I just cannot imagine TV being worth that amount of money. And you can say, well, cord cutters pay more, I don't believe that. I think it really comes down to what you want to subscribe to with this. But that really adds up. If you take a look at this, for example, the average cost of DirecTV Stream and Fubo is $74.99 with that. And then you can be able to save significant amount of money every year on that. What would you do with all that money? Let me know. But what was your breaking even point? I'll be honest, when our DirecTV satellite bill, just for the TV side of it, hit about $115, man, about 10 years ago, that was it for me. Once all the fees, the taxes, the device fees was $115, my wife and I said, this is just not worth it for us, and we dropped it. We became cord cutters back when it was a lot harder to become a cord cutter. So what was your break-even point? All right, let's keep moving along. Disney has reportedly started, and they've officially acknowledged they intend to do this, building a platform to stream ESPN channels direct to consumers without needing to get YouTube TV, without needing Comcast, without needing Hulu, etc. That you could just pay and get the ESPN channels direct. The a la carte option we have long dreamed about, long talked about. It's called Operation Flagship, and it's been reported. But when will it come out is the big question. Well, according to insiders who talked with the New York Post, they're expecting this new streaming service that will offer ESPN as a standalone individual option to launch in 2025 or 2026, which may seem a long ways away, but that's a year and a half from now for that. If Disney's now busy building this service, testing it out. It does not surprise me at all that they want about a year and a half to get this fully done, because you don't want to end up in a position that a lot of new live TV services run into, where they launch, they run into technical problems, and it leaves a bad taste in customers with that, and the customers then give you a reputation of not being reliable and maybe hurt your options there. So we'll see what happens here. Now, it's been reported that the service may cost as much as $22 a month. Honestly, $22 a month, if it also included ESPN Plus content, I actually would think that's not a bad price at all, and I would be fine with that, because that's a lot of content there you're going to get with the regular ESPN and the ESPN Plus stuff. We'll see what they do there. But I kind of agree with this. I could see, though, it being rushed out a little bit sooner, because Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, has said the time is not right today, and he's kind of watching for when the time is right. If the cable TV model continues to accelerate its rapid decline, I could easily see it coming to a point where Disney says, hey, you know what, we're here a little bit earlier than we thought. Maybe it's time for us to go and launch this service. And maybe 2025 could also line up with some renewals with major TV companies. Now, Bloomberg has reported that Disney intends to continue to offer ESPN and bundled services like YouTube TV, Hulu Live, Comcast, Spectrum, Dish, DirecTV, etc., in addition to offering it direct to consumers, much like RSNs have been doing recently. But if the revenue from cable networks falls faster than they think, and they think that it would be beneficial to get this out sooner, I bet you they will. It would not surprise me to get this out much sooner than they think if the cable TV market continues to deteriorate. All right, let's keep moving along. A lot to talk about. Starting off with Warner Brothers Discovery is making more animated shows for Adult Swim, Max, and more. According to reports, Warner Brothers Discovery's Warner Brothers Animated Division has announced that they are going to heavily invest in animation to produce more animated content for their popular Adult Swim and other places like Cartoon Network and more. We'll see how this all plays out, but animation has suddenly become a very hot topic again, and a lot of efforts being put into it. For a while there was arguments over, is it best to go into reality or animation? Both have pluses and minuses. Animation can be kind of expensive. So can reality shows, or live action, we'll call them reality. Not reality, live action shows. We'll see. But look for more animated shows coming from Warner Bros. Discovery. All right. Free ad-supported streaming services are huge right now. Cord cutters are looking for cheaper ways to watch stuff. They're investing more time on streaming platforms that are free ad-supported. And now, according to Nielsen, Tubo, Pluto TV, and the Roku channel have broken into the top 10 most popular streaming services, alongside things like Peacock, HBO Max, which is now just Max, Tubi, Disney Plus, and more. Now, YouTube is the most popular streaming platform, accounting for 8% of all streaming. And then it goes down to Tubi at 1.3, the Roku channel 1.1, and Pluto TV in 10th place at 0.9% of traffic. Very interesting to see this, that free streaming services, something for years I've tried to encourage people to try, and often people are like, I don't want to watch ads. Well, now people seem to be very willing to watch ads in exchange for cheaper TV options to supplement what maybe they do subscribe to kind of give them more content. Let me know, do you use free ad-supported services like Tubi, the Roku channel, or Pluto TV? What do you think of them? Which one is your favorite? All right, speaking of free channels, Fubo's new Ryan Reynolds branded Maximum Effort channel is coming live. It was launched yesterday. It's coming to Fubo, Sling TV's Freevee, Plex, Xumo Play, and more. Should be live on all by the time you're watching this. If not, it'll be live very soon. But Fubo has announced that they are now live on these services. Check it out. Let me know. Anybody check out the new channel? What do you think of the bedtime story show that Ryan Reynolds reads a bedtime story to you? Let me know what you think of it. And speaking of free ad-supported ones, Comcast's own Xumo Play, which Comcast owns, now has over 300 live channels, making it one of the largest free streaming services out there, and is also kind of becoming a broker a little bit. They actually go out and partner with a lot of these other services and bring those channels to things like the Sling TV Freevee, for example. Lots of this content's coming to different places here. But I want to know, what is your favorite free ad-supported streaming service? Does it surprise you how many of these? 300, 400 or more channels are now becoming very common on these services. Yes, some are the same. Yes, some do cross across multiple different services. But a lot of them have their own special channels which help make them stand out. So leave me a comment, let me know what your favorite one is. Well, that's it for today. I hope you all had a fantastic day. I will be back again tomorrow with another video. Take care, be safe. Have a fantastic day, everybody.